Real Country 1430 AM and 1073 FM WRDN. I'm Brian Winnekins. This is the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency and Security Financial Bank halftime show being brought to you by Jerry Thompson Insurance and Security Financial Bank. Halftime of our Durand, Arkansas boys football game this evening. Joining us is Pepin County Health Officer Heidi Stewart. No, we're not talking about any COVID stuff. Well, maybe we are, but there's no lockdowns coming. Don't worry about that. We're actually talking about something pretty cool for a lot of nonprofit organizations here in Pepin County. And that's a new grant program that has been announced by the health department. It's the Pepin County Together Community Grant Program. And Heidi, thanks for joining us this evening. So tell us about this program. How did this come about?
Yeah, thanks so much for having me and for allowing me to share this opportunity over the radio station today. So we all know COVID brought about a bunch of different funding opportunities. The county themselves got ARPA funds for recovery. They've elected to disseminate that the way, by applications. And I had heard wind that another county health department was looking at using their funds to do some community mini grants as well. And I think this is a wonderful opportunity for us. We did receive a large amount of money at the health department to look at recovery, to have our community rebound from some of the negative effects that COVID had. And I'm really excited about this opportunity to address some of our community health improvement plan priority areas. So prior to COVID, and then in another study that we did post-COVID, community health improvement issues that have surfaced are mental health. So improving mental health, water quality, chronic disease prevention and management. And under that chronic disease prevention and management, we're focusing on physical activity and nutrition. So what we've decided to do, and the Board of Health will be responsible for selecting the recipients. We have set aside $150,000, $50,000 to be divided up into each of those priority areas. So mental health will get $50,000, chronic disease prevention with a focus on physical activity and nutrition will get $50,000, and water quality will get $50,000. Of course, if we don't get enough applications for a certain area, we may turn around and allocate something somewhere else. But that's a big chunk of the ARPA funds that the health department is getting. We're really hoping to use this to rekindle some of those old relationships we had with community partners that were working towards those health priorities. And then we're really, really hoping to find new partners out there. So if you think that you might have a project for this, go ahead and send it in. We're really hoping to get a lot of ideas, community focused, creative. The link to the application is on our website, along with the scoring matrix. And the reason for us putting that out there is so that people have an idea what we're looking for. I can look it up here. We're looking for projects that have somewhat of a relationship to the goals of the CHIP plan. We're looking for projects that are going to be maybe sustainable, for projects that have outcomes that may be short-term and then stretch long-term. We're looking for innovation. We're looking for people and organizations that have a lot of other partners. So there's a lot of community members involved. I'm trying to think. The final one that I want to mention is projects that will have a wide community impact. So there could be applications that address a small subset of Pepin County residents, but what we're really looking for is those projects that have an impact community-wide throughout Pepin County.
Talking with Pepin County Health Officer Heidi Stewart this evening, as we're talking about the Pepin County Health Department's Community Together, or the Together Community Grants from the Health Department. So Heidi, just in the few minutes you've described these grants, I can think of two groups already. One would be And this is, I think, what you're looking for, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you're looking for out of the box. Okay, so for the water quality part of it, there's the watershed group, Farmers for Health. They're doing a lot of stuff to try to improve water quality here in Pepin County. So they're a watershed group, and they're trying to find different cover crops and things like that. They're nonprofits, so they might be one that I'm just thinking out of the box. And that's, I think, what you're wanting people to do. And then another would be the Durand, Arkansas School District. They've done some Mrs. Sabelko on the middle school side has done some things with the students to, deal with stress and that sort of thing. And we had an interview with her last week. And I said, well, geez, maybe you should do something for parents, because parents with middle school kids have a lot of stress. I remember that with Brianna, but that's kind of what you're thinking of, right?
Absolutely. So in the grant application, we've listed some suggestions, different coalitions, daycares, schools, youth groups, churches, other county departments, municipalities that might have an idea of something that they want to do. So in the grant, we list mental health. So initiatives that address mental health. That can be depression, anxiety, phobias, eating disorders. It can be further upstream, and it can address factors that influence mental health. So childhood trauma, social isolation, unemployment, housing issues, alcohol and other drug use.
QPR training.
Yeah, QPR training. I mean, it can be a lot of things, and the grants are available. Each project could be funded up to $20,000. That doesn't mean that you have to apply for a $20,000 grant. If your organization has a project that they're interested in doing, and you're really just looking for maybe $2,000 to start you in the direction that you need to go, your application can be for $2,000. Each organization is not limited to how many grants they apply for. So you mentioned Farmers for Health, or you mentioned the school. Let's say that the school district, for example, had a physical activity focused grant that they were interested in applying for, but they also had something on the mental health side. The school district can apply for both of those grants. There is no limit to how many times an organization can put a project application in.
Talking with Pepin County Health Officer Heidi Stewart this evening during our Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency and Security Financial Bank halftime show. So Heidi, it's going to be pretty simple. Then people can just go to the Pepin County website or the health department website to apply.
Correct. The Pepin County website, then under the health department webpage, is where the application links are kept. If you're not able to find it there, or you don't have access to the internet, call the health department and we can get that application out to you. We can help in any way, shape, or form. We're more than happy to field any questions that you might have. The biggest message is, if you think you have an idea, go ahead and apply.
And is there an application deadline, or is it just until the money is used?
Yeah, actually, thank you for asking that question. The application deadline is October 1st. We hope to then review those applications throughout October and for certain make award promises or make awards by December 1st this year. The funding is available to be spent throughout 2024. But will need to be spent by the end of 2024.
Okay. So again, visit the Pepin County website, and you can go to the health department page. If you have a nonprofit organization as well, check this out. You know what? Even the municipalities, the sheriff's department, Durand Police Department with the therapy dog. We can think of all kinds of different out of the box thinking here. Check that out with the Pepin County Health Department's Pepin County Together Community Grants. This is something brand new and something that could be pretty special for our county. Heidi, again, thanks for joining us. I admit, I agree with you. This is pretty exciting.
It is pretty exciting. And I'll have to say, go Panthers, finish strong.
That is Pepin County Health Officer Heidi Stewart. This is the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency and Security Financial Bank halftime show. It's Durand, Arkansas boys football on WRDN.